Have you ever had, or when you're eating an ice cream, what do you call it, like a popsicle ice cream, like this, and you're getting down to the end, and it falls off? It's upsetting. Oh, Jimmy Farrell just had ice cream. That's cool. Oh, you're out. Phillies are winning 3-1 at the end of the fourth. Cody Clemens is tagged out. Is that Ross? Ross is still the manager of the Cubs. I liked him when he was catching. He was for the Giants. I think McKenna would probably know that. See, he's here. Yeah, it's Thursday. I tried to take a nap for like an hour. Just got here. I've said this before, but at least I made it here. I'm watching. I did turn on the Phillies game, and thank you for the thumbs up. Somebody gave me a thumbs up. Thank you for everybody gives me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. It's one of those things where it's like I even was searching, like, what am I going to call this show? And for some, unique reason, I mean, immediately came up with the title, Why Is There Air? Which I remember, which I don't know why, this popped in my head because I remember the old album. In fact, I probably will Google that. Remember, it was Bill Cosby on the cover with a basketball. Yeah, actually, it shows it too. Images. Yeah, you can do this too. Oh, is it a basketball? Looks like a volleyball, actually. Yeah, it actually looks like a basketball with his Temple University shirt on. You guys can look at it. And I said, hey, I got my title for the show tonight. I know this has nothing to do with sports other than that Bill Cosby used to be. Did he get it now? Yeah, I guess he did. Clemens uh, Clemens strikes out, but the ball got away from the catcher, and he was close to getting to first base. 6 home runs this series between the Phillies and the Cubs. Marsh is two. Sosa, Castellanos. I don't know who had the other one. I did. I probably Schwarber the way he just swung there. Schwarber used to live here, or I should say, live in Chicago. But it's Thursday. There's a little bit going on, and I want to thank Jimmy Farrell for actually reminding me that there is actually some sports to talk about because there was. Um, German, who is the Orioles pitcher from the Dominican Republic with the number 0, threw a perfect game last night. A perfect effing game. I mean, that's amazing. against the lowly Oakland Athletics. So there's an Oakland tie-in right there too. The draft was last night. I was actually watching some of that. I wasn't on the show for the Wild Wild West show. You guys can tell me how it was. I know John Leon probably was. John, you've been missing. You haven't been here last couple of times. But no, Ed would probably watch. And again, thank you for watching. If you're, oh shoot, I had like what 12, 16 people watching. Now there's only 9. What did I say? What did I say? Guess it wasn't entertaining enough. I guess the "Why Is There Air" title didn't grab. And would you have known it was a Bill Cosby album title had I not said anything? Popped them up on the all the guys were running together. It looked like the entire infield was going to hit each other. Okay, so middle of the 5th, halfway through the game, technically, Philly's still winning 4-1. And I was going to actually talk about this as well, that crap from Canada is still lingering in North America. There's something else that's causing all these flight delays. And I'm like, wow. And I'm hoping it doesn't continue because I got places to go and people to see and things to do later on as well. I don't want to be screwed over by the damn airlines. I can't afford taking extra days off from my job. And to answer your question, did I like the Flyers picks? Today's draft? Last night, maybe. I liked the first pick was number 7 was what they said was the second best player in the draft, taken at number 7 because he's a Russian and he has like a 3-year commitment to play in Russia, so they can't get him for 3 years. Okay. Well, hopefully he, pardon me, hopefully he won't be injured. But other than that, yeah, big, brawny, goal-scoring right winger. And then they got a defenseman, I think, with their second pick. Oh, is that him there? I think it might be him there. They just showed a guy in the front row. Is that him? Looked well. Big guy. Right behind the Phillies bench. I had the sound volume down, but I don't know what they were saying. Fires swept the Padres. That's cool. Congrats to German on his perfect game that airs back. Okay, Phillies are doing amazing. Thank you. Sixers letting go Harden. Yeah, that was unique. Harden opts in, but now he's immediately trade bait for 35. Was it 35 million a year? At least they're going to get something for him. Unlike the article I was reading today about the Raiders and Josh Jacobs. Does Josh Jacobs want to play? Does Josh Jacobs want to hold out? They got basically 18 days to figure it out. $18. Did he park it? Oh, no. Oh, you missed it. Castellanos, my goodness. Had a one-handed, what was that, Tautman? Oh, it wasn't Castellanos. It was Schwarber. And that's why Schwarber is more of a designated hitter. Because his fielding is not the greatest. Let's see it on the replay. You have it. Oh, he hit off the palm. You don't catch it off the palm. You catch it with the web. Schmuck. Make sure that doesn't. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite the Phillies in the end. Mode permission to come aboard. It's rain. Dark's out there. Thank you, there, Dark. Good to see you, brother. Kyle had the leadoff homer. Okay, cool. Up, that's a drop. That's a home. That's a run. Or did he? Oh no, they kept him on third. I thought that was a run. Okay, nobody outs. First and third for the Cubs. Why didn't he go home? Oh, I know why. Because he the diddle back and forth. Raphael's in here. Thank you there. Good to see you. Raider mode, Dodgers and Rockies are on a rain delay. Okay. John Leon said he's been working. Okay. Mike Arline, man, I haven't seen you in forever. Any news on a Raiders sports bar in Tampa? YouTube Sunday ticket is too expensive. No, Mike. And no offense, man. No offense. You guys see that a commercial that said every time you see no offense, somebody's going to be offended. But maybe the first game, because I'm not going to Denver as of right now. As of right now, I'm not going to Denver. I might say, hey, let's all meet up at a place, and we might do that. Tyson bid Holyfield 26 years ago. Okay. I heard on First Take McDaniels was talking with Belichick about bringing Mac Jones over to the Silver and Black. Mac's rookie year was his best under McDaniels. Take it for what it's worth. Okay. They were talking about a trade for Mac Jones earlier, too. They were talking about that. And just like that, the Cubs have 2 outs, runners on second and third. What is that tea you drink? Oh, it's Pure Leaf raspberry. Good stuff. I like the raspberry and the lemon. Actually, I prefer the lemon, but the raspberry is good too. It's really good. So just like that, there's 2 outs. By the way, Walker's pitching for the Phillies. He's the second straight pitcher they got from the Mets. And there was some talk that the Phillies might actually try to trade for Max Scherzer. Wow. Jack Kenneth, thank you. Great show with Van McElroy. It was a really good show. I'm kind of pissed though, because when I cut it off, it was exactly 2 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds, which means by 1 second, I can't replay it. So I'm gonna have to try to cut it down by 1 second, record it again, so I can play it probably on the 7th of July. Why the 7th of July? Because I'm going to a concert. I won concert tickets. I think it's foreign. I've also read that Raiders are talking with Jacobs on a long-term deal. Okay. I wouldn't give him anything more than 3 years, though. Gabe's in the house. Gabe, you're ready, right? Oh, that was high cheese. You didn't swing. Jared's in here. He's also from Pittsburgh. I'm surprised that Jared and Jimmy Farrell haven't gotten together yet. Dealing with Kenneth Smoke again until Saturday, till it rains. Jared talking with everybody. Arr. Purely brought to you by Captain Jack Rackham, the name you know. Thank you there, Jared. Now if I can only get a sponsorship deal, right? Van was great. Thank you. Mike, Sarah, thank you for being there as well. I hope you guys, like I said, watch the interview. I'm going to figure out a way to condense it by 1 second so I can rebroadcast it when I need to. Orlando Raiders Club takes too long yet due to construction. Mike, if I do that, I'll let you know. I heard Verlander's open for his no trade clause to be cleared open for a trade. Okay. Maynard's in the house. Ed Winter here, great. Thank you there, Ed. I enjoyed the interview. I hope you guys did too. Maynard Pease, thank you there for being there. Hello to you. Going over to YouTube. So we've talked about dropped ice cream, the draft, a little bit of baseball, the hockey draft, by the way. Strike three, baby. Walker gets him out. He was in trouble. But they scored no runs. What's up with the ad? I heard the league rock. What's up with the edition ad? I heard the league rock has created is losing money. Yes, it lost. I want to say it was either $40 or $60 million, John. And that's not this hat. The American Spring Football League is slated as of right now, to be coming at you. And I can't even say how many cities because it's not pegged down yet. As of right now, it's slated to come at you, let's say at least 8 cities in the spring of 2024. And I can't wait to talk it up to you. Are you going to Miami? Yes, I am, Mode. Mike, Sarah, Vanny, Wanny. Yeah, that was, and I also love the story. And normally I used to get it when OG Jack Daniels was with me. You know the surprise story. We got two. Because we got the story that when he busted through the Raiders defensive line group, kind of like they're like sacred. I knew it began with an SAC. The sacred defensive lineman huddle had like Willie Jones, Howie Long, Lyle Zato, probably Greg Townsend, probably Bill Cosby, and he just went right through it. And then they ran after him and stripped him of every stitch of clothing he had on. There we go. See, that's Ed Winter with the stats. Thank you, Ed. ASFL spring of 2024. XFL lost over $100 million. Wow. Over 100, so not 40, not 60, $100 million. And the USFL probably will too. No, I haven't looked at the NHL schedule. I have to see when the Flyers come down here to Tampa. John, I got the answer for you. Why are the other leagues losing money? I'll tell you one reason why. And it's the main reason why. And you're going to hear me extol the virtues of why the ASFL will eventually catch on and be a moneymaker. The USFL, first off, they play in how many cities? Last year it was 1. This year it was 2. They have 8 teams. I think it's 8, where they have 4 teams playing in one city and 4 teams playing in another city. But those 4 teams represent different cities, right? They don't have ties. They don't have ties to the city that they actually play for, except for the Birmingham Stallions. The Birmingham Stallions, if I'm mistaken, and I don't remember who the other city is. Oh, it's 3 cities? Okay, thanks, Chris. But they have no ties. And they have no owners. The XFL is a consortium where at least they play in different cities. That's the positive part. That's the positive part. But they have no owners. They have no investiture of the teams to the cities to the fans. You understand what I'm saying? There's no ownership tied to the teams, and the teams aren't tied to the cities because the XFL is one consortium of guys that has to take care of the cities that they're in, and they bought the names from the original, the original XFL, and also what they had last year. They bought the names up, right? But there's no ties. There's not the ties. The American Football League, when it came out in 1960, was the owners, the teams, and the players in the cities. They were all tied together. You gotta have that. You gotta have that. And I can't wait to see a real league with real owners, with real WASTA tied to the cities. And then you'll have a successful league. Okay. And here's some news, Ed Winter. Thank you for passing this, Ed. Marshawn Lynch, Bernie Kosar, Mattress Mac of Houston will be affiliated with the ASFL. That's good news. Also, possible Mike Tyson will be a co-owner. Possible. Don't let out too much information, Ed, until it's official. Because he's going to say the same thing. He just said, keep your eyes and ears open for future press releases from your American Spring Football League. Coming at you, if all goes as planned, the spring of 2024. And this is the other thing. It's not an oversaturation of football, Jimmy. It's when your product doesn't meet the demands of the people, and you don't really care. The XFL and their consortium, they don't care about the fans. They don't. They don't care about the fans. The USFL, honestly, you have what? And I thought it was still 2 cities. If it's 3, I'm sorry. I know that they played the championship game in Canton. Are they doing that again this year? Maybe. You could tell. I don't know. You know why? Because I don't watch it. because it's a product that I know is not doing well and it's going to fail. My opinion, yes, my opinion. Can you put up a poll? Sure. And I agree with Ed. People want football year round. They want it. You just got to have a good product. What teams this spring football league? I won't say Jimmy Farrell. I'll tell you when I'm allowed to. See, this is the proper attitude. John Leon says you can't wait. You have a good product that's made well, that's constructed well, it'll work. Level of talent? No, it's not NFL. It's not NFL yet. Mike Sarah, I don't agree with you on that one. Because you said, because you're from St. Louis, the St. Louis franchise in the XFL, they did rather well in attendance, didn't they? Didn't they? The Washington franchise in the XFL, they did well too, overall. But then, like when you saw the USFL product, was it last week when it was what it was the Stallions against the Breakers. Looked in the stands, there was a decent amount, but it wasn't filled. If you had a good product with done well, it'll stick. And the other thing is this: the ASFL is not in competition with the NFL. They're not in competition because if you're remember the original what was it? It was the WFL, the WFL going back to like the 70s and 80s. The World Football League was in competition with the NFL. They were in direct competition as far as they got people from the World Football League that played in the NFL. I remember, what was it? Jim Kick and Larry Zonka. They grabbed them from the NFL and he brought them over to the World Football League. And that lasted maybe 2 years at most because they were in direct competition with players. The USFL originally wasn't in competition, and they had great amount of players because I've said this before, and I'm not reading from a script. I remember this. Jim Kelly was in the USFL. The the player that played for the Eagles and the Packers, it's in the Hall of Fame. Reggie White played in the USFL. Herschel Walker played in the USFL. So did Doug Flutie. Steve Young played in the USFL because they eventually wanted to be in competition with the NFL. That's what screwed them. There's no competition, but here's the thing: if you do well in these leagues, the NFL will look at you because they see this kid did well, and it's a product that you can sell, and if you're good enough, you might make the NFL. John Leon, I don't know. I think there will be Thursday games, though. I'm not sure. I think it's going to be Thursdays and weekends. Because we got screwed over by Stan Kroenke and NFL. Yes, true. If the ASFL is able to go back to old school football without the refs deciding games, would be huge. I will say that I know, and don't, and I hope okay, I hope Ed didn't say it yet, but I have it. I have it on fantastic authority that that the crews of the ASFL officiating are going to be run by a guy that isn't effed up. And I have very high standards of what the crews of the you come on, guys, that's twice. Catch the effing ball, Marsh. Marsh and Castellanos are like arguing over who should have caught the ball. The ASFL to go back to old school football without the refs deciding games would be huge. I think it's going to happen because I know who's going to be running the officials. Saints versus Raiders in Super Bowl 20. I think you meant 2024. But if we're waiting for 22-14, I'm definitely not going to be there. I'll be dead. Positive ye. Positively ye. That's a unique name. I like that. The original USFL had legit players. Okay. Refs should be fined for having multiple games with bad calls. You're not going to. There's always the human factor. There's always the human factor. Wow. So nobody's asking me questions. Don't ask Ed any more questions. Don't ask Ed any more questions. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. We'll tell you when you need to know. Nah, shit. He's answering questions. I'm just, I just know a few things. And unlike when and remember when Gabe said this? Remember when Gabe said this that it's because Ed Winchell is a paid for honk of the ASFL. He ain't getting paid. I ain't getting paid either. I just know things. Thank you there, Ed. No more clues. No more clues. Yeah, of course there'll be tryouts mode. Yeah, there'll be tryouts. Got to try out to make a team. It's the way it is. More information when I know, I will let you know. Jack I didn't mean to chase you, Jack. I'm just saying, you'll know. You'll know when you need to know. And Jack Kenna, thank you for the positives of the interview. With the interview with Van McElroy, that was fun. That was a good interview. Also, and this is important as well, keep positive thoughts and karma to my friend of the program, Jack Squirick, because he is ill. I'm not going to say, I know a little bit. I don't know it all. I'm just saying he is ill and he needs our thoughts and prayers and positive. So there you go. I'm still watching the Phillies. Did they take out Walker? Looks like he might be out. They're showing the skyline of Chicago. It looks orange. I guess they're having problems with the Canadian air too. Anyway, John, here the ASFL is not going to, in my estimation, it's up to the ASFL to make the product sufficient that the fans want it. You're not going to put pressure on anybody if you don't have a good product. That goes without saying. That goes without saying. You have a great product, then good things happen. 1 second. Greater Way, salute to you as well. I think it's going to be a good product. I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait. Anyway. And I'm sure you guys knew that I've been a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Pissy? Pissy's a good word. Because things have been pissing me off. And I don't have a good poker face. When things upset me, they upset me. Oh, did the Phillies, did they park it? Did a ground rule double? Is it a home run? I don't know. All I know is that Marsh is on second base. Guess it's a ground rule double. I didn't see it. 1 second. Okay, here's the replay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a ground rule double. I was wondering. The guy lost it in the lights. Isn't that amazing to say a guy lost it in the lights in Chicago? Hits, bounces, and goes over for a ground rule. That's great. Ahoy to you as well, Matt Marinovich. We're just talking about the ASFL. There you go. Great interview with Vanny Wen. If you guys haven't seen the interview, go see the interview. It's right on my YouTube page. It's the first thing that you get to on my YouTube page. Thought the Dodgers were looking to bring in a pitcher from Anaheim. Whoa, you mean like Ohtani? Next year, Ohtani will be a Dodger. Maybe. The San Francisco no-name Giants catching the Dodgers. We'll see. We'll see. All I know is, and this is true, all I know is that when I get a chance to go out to California, when I get a chance to, I want to go to I want to go to a Dodger Stadium. I want to go to Dodger Stadium. I want to see a Dodger game, and I want to eat a Dodger dog. Go to Cali, go to Chavez Ravine, see a Dodger game, eat a Dodger dog. That I heard about. Good evening to you as well, Richie Rich. I thank you as well. By the way, Richie, thank you for the Canadian crap still. Colin, who are they talking about? Colin Cowturd, he called us a volcano with a logo. NFL forced us into being a volcano. This is on you. Matt, explain that a little bit to me, please. It's a Dodger dog. It's a Dodger dog. Dodger dog. That's a hit. That's a run. Or it was, oh, it was a catch? Oh, I apologize. Thought it was a hit and a run. But no run. Middle of the seventh, Philly's still up 3-1. Yeah, John, I know. But I want to at least see a game. I was just trying to stir the pot of the Wild Wild West show. I'm sure it was a fantastic show. There were things that I had to do yesterday that I had to get done, and I wasn't feeling well. And Richie, I hope the show went well. Richie, can you please, because I can't get into the back, can you please put the show on the Roku channel for tomorrow night, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern? Because wherever you're at, you got to put it for 9 o'clock Eastern time, depending on what time you're at. Please, if you can do that, I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. See if you can, and put down if you can do it. Let's get some people in here to talk. What is the time? 2 hours. Was it over 2 hours? Was it over 2 hours? If you can do it, if he says you can do it, just do it. Do it. But here, let me get this in there. Hopefully, get some people in. If you just put it on 9 o'clock Eastern, 1 hour, yes, fantastic. 1 hour 44 is right up there. Great. Let me know if it can be done. Remember, it's going to say if it's going to broadcast, it's going to broadcast in the time zone you're at. Make it for 9 o'clock Eastern, please, tomorrow. Please. God save the Raiders do have the number one wide receiver and the best slot wide receiver. Yeah, maybe. Tuck rule, refs calls, and top it off with NFL emails on you. I agree with this there, Matt. They've been out to screw the Raiders forever. And it's not BS when it's true. It's not, what do you call it? It's not being where you think that people are looking at you and it's not like you're nuts when it really is happening. It's true. But hit the link. Hopefully you get some people in. When we show up, pop up, hit the link. Let's talk. Because right now, 1 out in the bottom of the seventh. Paranoid. Thank you. Paranoid. You're not paranoid if it's true. Thank you, Mike. I couldn't get the word out. And Gruden did get screwed over. And they've been screwing us for a long time. I try to be objective regardless of my opinion. That's what I like about Rich. He is. He's pretty square. He's square in a good way. He's square. He's as as unbiased as he can be. I'm biased. I admit it. But having said that, I try to be analytical. So that's why I will say things. If I'm biased, I will tell you what my biases are, but I will analytically say what I think as unbiased as I can. You get you see the differences, right? Because you can be biased, but as long as you're objective in your opinion and unbiased in your opinion, then it still works. And Matt also comes in. It is a conspiracy and it ain't a theory. The NFL is out to destroy the Raiders. I agree with that. Wow, you ranked them last in the division? Wow. Gruden wouldn't have won a Super Bowl with the Raiders, with Carr. I agree with that too. Except when it comes to Dodger dogs or actual dogs. Okay. I did see that they sell lumpia up in San Francisco, though. I like the park in San Francisco. I do. I think it's a nice park. Problem is, you got to watch the Giants. I'm kidding. And that's a good question as well from Ed. Brady is yet to sign the ownership deal. Honestly, I did not know. I thought that they hadn't. I don't think that they've actually voted on it. It is possible because if he hasn't signed it, and if the owners haven't acted on it, he's a free agent. He's a free agent. Oh, so salute. Do you remember? Check out TNBC. Check out, they have the drive for kids and school supplies. Check out TNBC on that. Oh, Sebastian's here crowing about his LSU Tigers. Okay. Salute to you, Sebastian. The Gators used up all of their hits and runs support in game two. They just, I mean, 24-4 was a bigger win than I had turned off game three after a while. I did. I admit. I don't even know what the final score was. I know that the LSU is going to win. Good to see you as well. Good to see you there. So I said, Crow, you got LSU, our national champion. Mike Conte, how you doing, brother? Good to see you in here as well. Hit the link, guys. Hit the link. I'll put it up again. Come on in. Come on in the show. Definitely a make or break. Well, break is spelled wrong. Well, okay, it's the incorrect. Break is spelled correctly, but incorrect. When you like break, you're looking for BREAK. I know. I'm semantical. I'm anal when it comes to stuff. That's why I always put your YOU''RE. Correct. I know it's anal. That's just the way I am. Philly's still winning 3-1. Top of the eighth, upcoming. Good to see you as well, Mike. Somebody come into the show. I put the link up. With the amount of weapons we have on offense, I can see a rookie quarterback like O'Connell looking good. It's possible. It's possible. And if he continues to do well in OTAs and training camp, and if Jimmy G doesn't sign, if he doesn't pass his physical, I can see this is what I can see. And yeah, non conspiracy, this is just thoughts. If O'Connell does well, and if Jimmy G doesn't pass his physical, which means that the Raiders don't owe him any money, and Brady and the Raiders didn't push through their ownership papers so that the ownership papers have not been acted on, I can see Brady playing for the Raiders this year. I said it. If all of those things happen, if Jimmy G's broke, so goes our season. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Wow, Jack Kenna's phone is actually charged up enough where he can come in. Remember, the name of the coach is McDaniels, not McShitnuts. Just advising you. I can't hear you, Jack. Until I put you on. You're dead. I can't hear you until I put you on screen. I'm gonna go to our friend and yours, Jack Kenna.
Hey, Cap, salute, brother, salute, nation. Man, what a wonderful interview with McElroy. I'm like, I haven't seen that guy, heard from that guy, and I'm just so happy that I was to hear his perspectives and everything else. It was an amazing show. The nation should all. What is this 2 minute, 2 hour, 0-0-0-0 or 0-1 or
right? For me to be able to rebroadcast the show from StreamYard, the most it can be is 1 hour 59:59. It can't be 2 hours long.
Oh my God, really?
Right. And so when I was leaving the show the other day, I was trying to get out of there as quickly as possible, right? It was 2:00, literally 1 second over. And it happened before where it was 2:01. I thought, oh crap, it was over by 1 second. Technically, I was over by 2 seconds in another show that I wanted to rebroadcast. So I can't rebroadcast. I have to figure out a way to slice a second off of it and record
Can you
it.
do it off the intro? Can you just slice off the intro?
Oh, I can slice. It's not. I'm not worried about that. It's that if I planned on using that show next Sunday because I'm going to a concert that I won tickets to. I think it's Foreigner.
Oh, Foreigner, yeah, that's like 80s, 90s, man.
Yeah, let me see because I know what date it is. 7 July.
I love concerts, man. You said you're coming out to California. When are you coming out to California, bro?
The 22nd.
22nd of July?
Yeah.
Are you going to go visit Ed?
Maybe.
Well, if you're coming out July 22nd, let me know. Let's meet up. Let's have dinner.
If I go up there, why isn't it showing up?
You, me, Ed, and Cujo, we can all go have dinner.
Yeah, Kojo is allegedly going to take me back to Sacramento. It doesn't show up. I'm trying to look for events. Search more events. Okay.
So Ed, what do you think? Yard House would be good. That's up in Roseville, Rockland. That's a good place to go.
I like that. Oh, okay. Saturday, July 8th, July 9th. Yeah, Foreigner. Yeah, it's Foreigner on Sunday, July 9th. That's the show. That's where I'm going to see. I'm looking to see. Come on, man. The historic farewell tour. Yes, starting at 7 o'clock. So
That's
I
the
will.
golden one.
It's at the Mid Florida Credit Union Amphitheater in Tampa, and that's the one.
Oh,
That's
Florida. Okay.
yeah. Those are the tickets I want.
Nice.
So that's why I'm not having a show next Sunday, and I wanted to have the McElroy interview. Um, no, I'm sorry, Mike. I had it. On the wrong day. July 9th. July 9th. The Sunday
You should
show.
do a run of like all the shows, like, with the Raider players you've had. I mean, guys, these are been the best shows that I've ever seen. I mean, seriously, I watch everybody, and Cap's interviews have been amazing. And I wanted so hard to get on the Bill Piano show with to actually ask him some questions because he's like one of the oldest guys that I can remember being on a Raiders team that I remember as being a child, and I'm an old man now. So you guys got to watch all of them.
You're younger than me.
I am younger than you, and I'm younger than Ed too.
Yeah,
But you know what I mean?
I'm younger than Ed.
You're younger than Ed?
Yeah, Ed's archaic, and I love him, but he's archaic.
Well, Ed and I still need to hook up for like a game too. It's like we live very close, so
Yeah.
we're gonna have to work that out.
Yeah, like I said, Mike Arline was on here. He said, "Hey, is there a Raider club in Tampa?" Because I used to be the president of the Raider club in Tampa, and I don't know. I'm going to air dirty laundry. I'm going to air it. Okay. I was the founder and president of the Raider club that was here in Tampa, and I had no other way to call her other than a cunt. Do a bunch of dastardly things to me and the club, to me personally, and to my reputation, which was they sullied my reputation, and it was unfounded. And I said, "Oh, you want?" Because she was trying to take over. It was my club. I founded it, right?
Wow.
So I said, "Oh, you want this club that bad? There you go. It's yours." And I walked away from it because I was not going to be involved with anything where my reputation was at stake. Okay? I said, "You want it, bitch?" I know that's another swear word.
So we guess we're not on Roku then.
Oh, we are. We're on Roku.
Oh, we are on Roku.
Yeah.
Then then let me first time.
No,
ever,
but no,
shame on you.
Yeah, shame on me. No more swear words. I said bitch and I said ass and I think I said
Whoa, come on.
shit.
You're stepping out of line.
I'm just saying that's it. But here it is. But I got screwed over and sullied, and I said, you want this bad enough? Here, you take it, you effing C word. See how I cleaned it up.
There you go.
And within a year and a half, the club ceased to exist. It ceased to exist because I want to have the responsibility. All she wanted was the responsibility for in 2016 when the Raiders were coming to Tampa, and she wanted to make a name for herself. That's why she wanted it in 2016. She got it, but you know what?
How's that club doing now?
Doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. That just tells you.
Yeah.
You probably could have just left it and just said, you know what, I'm going to start a new club. All you guys and gals, hey, I'm leaving this club. You want to follow me? Follow me.
Well, here's the thing. I still own the name. And like I said, the club doesn't exist, but I still own the name.
And you can restart it up if you want to. I know you're a busy guy.
But I don't have the time.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I don't have the time. So I don't worry about it. So I said maybe.
So curious, how many members did you have in your club?
Oh, I had about a good 60 to 90 members.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I had a good 60 to 90. Now, granted, they all didn't show up all the time. By the end of the season, when the Raiders were sucking, we'd have maybe 20 members show up. Because as the season progressed, and people would get all bent, they would stop showing up. So I get it. But this was also, I was still Captain Jack, but when I was in the club, I was President J. I wasn't Captain Jack. I was President J. And there's a difference. When I'm dressed up and I'm going out for games, I'm Captain Jack. When I'm the club president of the Florida Bay Area Raider Boosters, I'm Jay. And there's that difference, right? So when that happened to me, I actually said, you know what? I don't need to worry about a club anymore. I can do what I want. And I was free from then on to be Captain Jack, a lot freer.
That's awesome. I'm glad that, again, not knowing you when you were a Florida booster, you had your own club, but seeing everything that you do and you and I becoming friends and, with the people that we associate with, kind of behind the scenes, I'm so happy that it's OG still gets mad at me that I wasn't the first one on his show. I was the first one on your show when I finally decided to go on live. And Ed, you posed a good question, bro. It's yes, if he hasn't signed the ownership deal, do you bring Brady in? Or that's why I asked earlier about a poll, because I knew that. Or do you just let him go to Hoyer and O'Connell and you just let them ride it out for this year, have a bad season, kind of like what the Colts did when Peyton Manning went down, and you got a chance at and what I'm going to say, a generational quarterback in Caleb Williams. For a guy that you have for maybe you're going to have one season, then he's going to sign an ownership, gone, and we're no better off than we were yesterday. So that was the poll. That was the poll question I wanted to bring up.
I got Jack. Okay, like I said, put your erect, hard penis away.
No,
Caleb Williams.
It just makes sense. We've watched so many teams over the years.
I get it. But here's the thing. Put your heart on away for Williams.
Well, I've been saying this before the season was over last year when I saw him play against my Notre Dame team, which thank God we got Mayers. Man, that guy's going to be a beast, and he's going to be better than Waller. I'm going to tell the Raider Nation this now. End results. He will be better. He's a Todd Heap. Todd Heap's a Hall of Fame player. He's the same type of player. So he may not be as flashy in the big plays that Waller got, but he's going to be way more consistent, way better in the run game, and he's going to do more for this team. So when they got him in the second round, I was jumping for joy. I was like, wow, 2 players and 2 draft picks that I agree with. I haven't done that in years with the first 2 picks that my team's drafted. And by the way, just because this is Captain Jack show, little Cliff Branch signing right there.
I saw it.
I'm wearing that because we're the old school guys, and
yeah.
And you had Van on, so it's I had to wear this in respect, to the old school guys.
No, I appreciate that. I'll sign the underbill someday, because nobody wants to see my signature up top. But I'll sign the under here, or maybe even in here where nobody will see it. I'll sign that.
So Ed, we don't have to be the worst team in the NFL. We just got to commit some, draft capital to get a guy like that, which we should. And it depends on who falls where. I mean, we can make a trade up. I mean, we drafted how many guys this year? And I like the draft that we had. The draft that we had is going to show a lot of depth, and I think we're going to get some starters out of this, even the UDFAs.
Yeah,
I think we got a starter in a UDFA in McLennan at right guard. I think he's going to be the starter.
At who? At right guard?
McLennan, UDFA.
The kid, the huge house.
No, not the guy that's 6'9". I think it was what,
Well,
Arkansas.
they're both huge guys, but the one kid from Arkansas State, I think.
I think he's more raw. I think he needs more time, but I think he can be good. But I think McLennan's going to be I think he's going to be a starter at the right guard, unless what's his name? The guy we drafted last year in round 7 takes over at the right tackle position. Then you move Illuminor over to the right guard spot.
And that's what I think is going to happen. I think that it's going to be Illuminor at right guard, Mumford at right tackle.
Mumford, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, he played well. I thought he played better than Illuminor in the games I was in. So I can't rule that kid out.
Hey, let me ask you this, there, Gabe. An undrafted free agent starter. You know who else was an undrafted free agent? It's in the Hall of Fame. Ask Richie Riche, who is an undrafted free agent that's in the Hall of Fame to play for the Broncos at running back.
At running back?
Terrell Davis.
I thought he was drafted like the 5th or 6th round.
No. I think he was let me check. I thought he was an undrafted free agent. I will check that.
Well, Richie, if you're in here, let us know.
Okay, Terrell Davis. Okay.
And Cap, send this to me on Messenger. I got everybody's, links for the Wild Wild West show, but I don't have Alex. I feel bad.
Okay. Yeah, he was a 6th rounder, but it's like my point was he was a 6th rounder. He was almost a UDFA. I thought that because I knew he was. I thought he was the UDFA. But here's the thing, though. There are people that are undrafted in the Hall of Fame, Gabe. Look at the up. You want to know who? I'll Google it.
So how about this? Gabe, the best draft pick ever in NFL history. Who's the best draft pick ever of any draft from where he was drafted from?
I know.
And I'm going to tell you this right now.
I know the answer to that.
Well, I know you know the answer. We've talked about this. It's Bo Jackson. After being drafted number 1 overall and then not signing, with the Vikings and then coming back in the draft next year and get him at a 7th round draft pick. Best ever. So tell me, can you top that? Can you top that? And Gabe, I'm glad that you're a young man that's passionate about your team. I do like that. I do tell Cap, let you talk, even though I know Cap sometimes wants to cap you down. But I'm glad that you're a passionate young man because you remind me of me being from my Raiders. And I'm always going to be that way too right now as an old man. So don't stop doing what you're doing. Keep doing your shows.
I tell you what, Gabe, I'll throw you one. Kurt Warner, undrafted, Hall of Fame. He even played for your crap team. And I'll tell you another one that's even better. John Randall, undrafted, in the Hall of Fame. It doesn't matter if you're drafted or not.
It just matters when you get here, what do you do?
Thank you.
Yeah, Randall was a beast. I liked watching that guy. I'd watch the Minnesota games just to watch him. I didn't care about either score of the teams, who won or lost, but, man, that guy was a beast.
Yeah. Again, I thought Terrell Davis was undrafted. I was wrong. I admit it when I'm wrong.
So Cap, so since I can't, I don't know how to get on Alex's, like, when you do a Wild Wild West show.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to ask him, which I didn't get an answer to on the show the other night, Gonzalez or Kelsey. I just wanted to know, him being a KC fan, I'm just Gonzalez or Kelsey. They're both amazing, tight ends. So I was just kind of curious.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, right now Tony Gonzalez is the better tight end because of his career, and he is in the Hall of Fame. Kelsey, I think Kelsey, if he continues on this path, will be a Hall of Famer.
I think if Kelsey even left this year and like retired, I think he would get in the Hall of Fame. He is really that good. I mean, he's really a good player.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of curious. That's one of the things I threw out there. I didn't get a response, but I am curious. So, like, when you do the Wild Wild West show, ask that question when I'm on to Alex. I'm just curious of what he would say.
I will. And by the way, I wanted it because you're on here. I'm getting one of my eye migraines. I'm sorry, Jack. This happened.
That's all right. Take care of yourself, brother.
Yeah. But here's the thing, and I wanted to make sure you knew. I tried to get every one of your questions in. I didn't get the one question in about him talking with Otto. I'll tell you why. Because it didn't go with the flow of the show. I tried to get in the questions as I could, but by the time we got to the end, it would have just disturbed the flow of the show.
That's okay. It happens. Yeah. That's my favorite Raider player ever. So I'm just glad that you even brought it up to me this way, because like I understood it. I saw what your show was doing and where it was going, and so I get it.
Yeah, because it would have been like, we got down the road and and I saw where my time was, and I was like, okay, now we're going to go to your after career and Uvalde, and I'm going to end on that. Okay, because I had it in my mind already.
And here's the thing that's crazy to me in my mindset. Again, I'm getting older, guys, but I always saw Van McElroy as being an older player than coming in at 82. I thought he would came in earlier than that because he's got that old school player mentality.
Uh-huh.
And that's when I threw it out there. I'm like, yeah, my dream safety combination: Tatum, Van McElroy. That was my dream safety combination. And in my mind, I'm like going, at some point they might have like actually played together, but
no. And I'll tell you why they definitely did play together, because Tatum was gone in 1980 when he was traded to the Oilers.
That's what I mean. Van just seems an older school player than 82.
Yeah, he was gone in 80. Tatum, I'm talking about. Tatum was gone in 80. McElroy was drafted in 82, so they never played on the same team together. They might have had a chance to, cross paths and get some of the talk from, and the fact is that, and by the way, obviously Tatum being an Ohio State guy and Schweigert being a Purdue guy, they had that Midwest thing going on together. They traded barbs in a good way, during when Jack was alive, I'm sure, because of that rivalry and whatnot. But no, the Tatum never played with McElroy in that respect.
Yeah. It's just in my mindset. It's like it just feel like they cross paths. I just feel like he's an old school Raider soul and Raider type player. So that's where my mind went, and I'm like, going, wow. I'm like, yeah, but that's probably my favorite combo, probably overall. And Matt Marinovich, yes, salute, brother. And yes, you're right. Stu did own Gonzalez. That was like not many players played well against him. And actually, I was at one of the games where I watched him, play that way, against Gonzalez in Oakland. So, yeah, he's another tough tight end.
Yeah, because Stu played old school, in your face, knock you on your ass once or twice, so that this way you didn't want to go out for a pass. And the Phillies won. They just swept the Cubs. I know it's the Cubs, but still, I gotta root for my Phillies. So, and hopefully we'll get people like Marcus Allen and maybe some other people. I won't mention names. Only I put up Marcus's name because Ed was talking about him. I'd love to have the people.
Draft pick number 11 in what 82.
The thing is
This one kind of late for
I will tell you this: if they are wearing a gold jacket, they are rather hard to book.
Well, that okay. So that's what I'm saying about Michael Mayers. Again. So last year, when I saw Caleb Williams destroy my Notre Dame team, and Michael Mayers runs the entire offense, everything goes through him. You can see that type of talent, and it's like, wow, these boys are good. And we got Mayers. I'm like, I am so excited. That guy does everything. And everyone says that he's a Casper. I'm like, no, he's not a Casper. He's a Todd Heap. And he's also, reminds me the guy from the Cowboys that we signed for 1 year. Kind of reminds me of him too.
Jason Witten.
Yeah, Jason Witten. So a young Jason Witten. Combination of those two guys, they're both Hall of Famers. And that's where we're going to get out of this tight end position. So when, I hear people saying, we should have gone defense. No, you don't give up. You don't just roll the dice on a defensive player. When you got a guy that's going to be this good, and this tight end class was super deep, but he's ahead and above everybody else, and he ran the whole Notre Dame offense. I mean, everything went through him. So I'm so happy that we got him. And over time, guys, I will say this right now. Waller, I used to call him the baller. Waller is no longer going to be the baller because I'll tell you what, this kid's going to pass him up. And he's much younger. He's bigger. He's just not as fast as Waller. Waller had great speed. But, breaking in the middle, just cuts, like a Renfro, he's got good cuts. As a big man, he knows how to put his body between the smaller man. He's going to get us those first downs. So just watch him, guys. Just watch him. I only own one jersey, and the jersey. We talked about it. I'm thinking about, and I'm being a big Notre Dame fan, never bought a Tim Brown jersey. I want to buy a Tim Brown jersey from Notre Dame, but I am thinking about, as getting older, I'm like, I might just buy this kid's jersey. Okay. That's how I feel about him.
Yeah, and so obviously Gabe has a hard on now too. Gabe, like I said, if he plays for you, fantastic. If he plays for you, fantastic. I don't care because he's not a Raider anymore. The only time I will care what his stat sheet is on the 3rd of November. Or the 5th of November. The 5th of November. Yeah. I will care about what Waller's stat sheet is on the 5th of November this year. Other than that, I don't care. Yeah, pull up Waller's Yak stats. Y'all in for a rude awakening. Okay.
Is everyone on the New York Giants going to be hurt by that point?
We'll see.
New York Giants, Chargers, kind of seems like they're kind of the same. Boys getting hurt.
Yeah. The Chargers, in my estimation, the Chargers have been the best team in the AFC West for the last 3 years, team-wise. But they can't put it together because they can't stay on the field. I'll say that. That's true. They've been the best team of the AFC West teams the last couple of years running. But they can't put it together. And even when they did put it together, look what happened in the playoff game last year. Just saying. What time?
Well, the New York Giants and the Raiders do have one problem. Running backs don't want to sign for the franchise tag at 10.1. It's going to make a big difference,
Well,
for
you know
each
what?
team.
They better figure stuff out. I almost said the S word again. They better figure things out because it's the game. The Raiders and Ed said that he heard, and again, Ed's got good sources. I won't say that Ed doesn't, but Ed said that the Raiders are looking to sign him long term. To me, a long term contract with Jacobs is 3 years with the first two guaranteed. That's it.
You're right on point, me. 3 years, 36 million, 24 guaranteed for the first 2 years is what I got on the books. But I do say this though, everybody that knows me in all the chats, I do say that Jacobs is the third best running back in Raiders history. Third best running back behind Marcus and Bo. Just look what he has done. And he's only 24 years old. It's not like Barkley, who's 26 now, going on 27 years old. He's got a few years younger, and he has not been hurt prone like Barkley either. He's got more value. So Jacobs, I kind of think, is like waiting for Barkley to sign a deal so then he can ask for more than that deal. Raiders, get him on the books, dude. Keep him. Because, one thing that this team does need to do in the changing of who's controlling this team, if you play well, you want to be rewarded, right? Besides Max, we haven't rewarded anybody really in a bigger contract. Show the players that, hey, you're playing for this team. We will take care of you. Raider, once a Raider, always a Raider. So take care of your family. And Jacobs, that's not that big. It's really not that big as we go forward and we look to next year's salary cap, where we're going to have a ton of salary cap. So I don't know. I mean, honestly, they really need to get on the books, and they really need to show the locker room that, the Raiders really want to take care of the Raiders. So this is a statement, for the team. They let him go. It's going to be a different environment in that locker room, and I don't want that environment of the different environments that we've had over the years. Let's show the Raiders will take care of the Raiders.
I'll agree with this in one respect, to pay Josh Jacobs, yes, but 3-year contract, first 2 guaranteed. Guaranteed for 2 years, but third, no, not guaranteed. Reward him for what he did. And I like the fact that Adelaide was saying, Derrick Henry's getting $12.5 a year, and he ain't better than Derrick Henry. He's not better than Derrick Henry. If you want to say, okay, then make it close, give him 12.3. Because it's close, it's not what Derrick Henry makes. Give him 12.3 times 3, which would be 36, actually 37. But only the 2 years are guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what, 25?
Right around there.
4.5 for 20.
Give or take a little.
Yeah. That's what I would do. But yeah, Matt, we're basically that's what we're saying, Matt. 3 years, 36.
Hey, Dark, Wild Turkey, salute, brothers.
There we go. Hopefully, I had positive Philly in here, but he keeps popping out. I don't know whether it's a camera issue or a sound issue. I don't know. But he was.
I don't know if you want to get off on the side. Well, congrats on your Phillies getting a win. I'm just happy that my San Francisco Giants, who were we're on Roku, stinking, got a 10-game win streak. They haven't done that since 1923. 1923, guys. So that's cool. They're from what I understand, we're a half game up from the Dodgers. I know Ed's not liking that, but Heck yeah, dude. Anytime the San Francisco Giants can be up above the Dodgers, I'm happy about that. And I'm happy about, you're a hockey guy. I know you're a Phillies guy. I don't know what did in the draft, but the
I
Sharks
know
had.
I know what we did as far as the first round, because I saw the first round, and I liked what we did in the first round. Uh, by the way, you're not first place. The Diamondbacks are still in first
No,
place.
no, no. I'm not in first place, but ahead of the Dodgers.
No, they're still tied. Well,
Oh, they're tied now? I mean, it goes back and
well,
forth now, but
percentage points, they are one thousandth of a percentage point better, literally.
but but Cap, hey, Desert Salute, brother. So here's the thing. I always talk about all my teams, and I always salute to my brothers, and I always love friendly rivalries and stuff like that. So yes, I get picked on, like when the Giants were like, man, they were just stinking. I'm like, I can't even watch them on TV. Even it was hard because like they're doing stupid things. Like, why would you let Gosman go from last year? It's like the guy's awesome, and then we're like 10 games down. Now we're right there with them. And the team is a no-name team. And the Dodgers have all-stars at every position.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I got a bunch of no-names. Go spend a bunch of money, Dodgers. Just like the Lakers. Go spend a bunch of money and get nothing from it, because the team in LA don't know how to gel or play with each other. It's just, I got a big contract, so I'm here. And you're not going to ever win championships if that's all it is. Your heart and soul's got to be in with it. So our Raiders need to have that same heart and soul to do that. Like, we got to like gel together instead of just getting big money.
Well, I will say that the Dodgers won the World Series a couple years ago. The Lakers won the NBA championship a couple years ago. So I'm putting things correctly, historical purposes. They did win with a god awful large contracts, but they didn't sustain it. And I think that the Lakers
no dynasty there, guys, right?
What?
No dynasties. The dynasty is like when a team has got a heart and soul.
Yeah, and
they're shooting for 1 year. That's all it is.
Yeah, and I will say that until we knock them off, the Chiefs are gonna unfortunately be that team, because they already have the record for the most consecutive AFC West titles. They went by us. We had 6 in a row. They have 7.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. I mean, but they also have, the next Tom Brady, the GOAT, and Patrick Mahomes. Like, that kid is just so talented. It's like, that's the whole thing I'm saying. It's like, that's why I said the poll. Would Raider Nation want, if Garoppolo's hurt, which he's going to be, would you rather just throw in like Hoyer, or I'd rather have O'Connell, just give him some reps, or bring in Brady and have him for one season? What would Raider Nation want to do? It's like, and then you have the chance. It's not throwing in the towel or anything like that, or like, you're playing with what you got, or you bring in Brady, but you have a chance at the one quarterback that is out there. That, tell me, anyone in Raider Nation, when have we seen a quarterback besides Mahomes that's coming out that looks like Mahomes?
Jack, I get it, and for all intents and purposes, he is the next best thing that's closest to being the next best thing. Oh, I didn't, Jack. My hands were up here, so Jack must have ran out of juice. I agree in that respect that Caleb Williams has the pedigree. But here's the other thing. You want to tank? I ain't gonna tank. I'll let the team play as they are. I think that the team will win. Oh, there's Kenna again. I'm going to bring Jack. We were basically over anyway, but I appreciate the thought. But you saw my hands were here. I did not boot you. Yeah, I did not boot you, but and I appreciate it. I'm going to open it up though. But thanks for coming back. Take care, Jack. But here's the thing: is that yeah, Caleb Williams looks great, but that's a year away, right? And you're going to play this year trying to go for a guy that's a year away, and you're not guaranteed to get him anyway, right? Unless you trade up to that number one pick. But here's the thing, and I'm not wishing ill on Caleb Williams. What's to say he doesn't have a knee injury this year? What's to say he doesn't have a knee injury this year? So then you're putting all your eggs in a basket for a quarterback that's already damaged goods when he gets to the pro level, right? I don't have a crystal ball, and I'm not wishing ill will on Caleb Williams, but you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. And I've taken a Super Bowl win, Mike Sarah. And I agree with Ozzy. If Jimmy G doesn't pass his physical, okay. If he doesn't pass his physical, then he's gone anyway. So we don't sign up, so we save the money, right? Roll with O'Connell if he shows the pedigree. And I am going to throw up when I say this. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm already starting to throw up. If Brady, who's on his last legs, if Brady is on his last legs, sign Brady. Yeah, I know, Dark. It gags me saying it. It gags me saying it. And I'll tell you why I said it. If Jimmy G doesn't pass his physical, unless you show me another quarterback that's out there that needs little prep time, because the only other quarterback that was out there that didn't need any prep time, unfortunately, he died this past weekend. And may Ryan Mallett rest in peace. Why do I mention Ryan Mallett? Ryan Mallett knew the offense from when Ryan Mallett was the quarterback in New England. And he passed away this past week, and may he rest in peace from drowning in Florida. But every other quarterback that I know of that's available, right, are either on the Cheatriots right now. And by the way, I don't think Zappe knows the system because he didn't have a system. Mac Jones at least knows the system. Zappe wasn't with McDaniel. Zappe wasn't with McDaniel, so he doesn't know the system. Tom Brady knows the system. And again, this is making me throw up, we all know that Brady eventually is going to be an owner with it. So that taste, I've already secured that taste, that bad taste in my mouth. He's going to be a part owner of the Raiders. But if Jimmy G is not available, who would you rather have, honestly? Brady or Hoyer? Hoyer was going to be the quarterback coach until we signed him. He was going to be the quarterback coach in New England until we signed him. Brady at least played a full season last year, not his best. But I'd sign Brady. Again, regurge in my mouth. I can't stand it. And Dark, I think he's done too. Would Brady be able to help teach the system? Yes, yes. That's one of the. I think that's one of the benefits of him being a part owner is that he's on staff for free. He's an owner. Turkey, I'll put that up. I said put up a poll. If JG gets hurt, roll with the quarterbacks on the roster or sign people. Okay. Now here's the thing, though. If O'Connell plays lights out, no, nobody's going to play lights out in McDaniel's system. But if he plays well enough in McDaniel's system, just keep Brady on speed dial. Roll with O'Connell and Garbers. And Hoyer's already under contract. And if Hoyer really doesn't show you anything, you're going to have an effed up year, but let O'Connell play. Let Garbers be your backup. Let Hoyer be the quarterback coach that can pop in for a game. Remember, if you're not on the roster the first game of the season, you play week by week. Literally, it's a week by week contract. And this is another thing. If you go, say, O'Connell is your quarterback and Garbers is your backup, you go to week 2. You go to week 2, you can sign Hoyer or Brady like that. By rule. If he's not already an owner. And yeah, the 12 jersey is still available. And I'd take O'Connell. See what you got. But and here's the thing, but if he's showing that he doesn't really have the system down, that's when you have to sign that person whose name just makes me throw up. Jimmy Furpo, good to see you. Raiders. Ben and Kojo? No, I didn't see that. I will be in Madeira on the 22nd. Yeah, the 22nd of July, I'll be in Madeira. I gotta get a maybe I'll get my plane. I'll see what the plane is. I'll see what the plane, how much the planes are out of Madeira, or sorry, not out of Madeira, but out of Sacramento. I'll see how much the planes are out of LA on the next day. Because I haven't got my return flight yet. I'm hoping. Maybe, hopefully, there'll be a Sacramento flight late. Maybe. But I'll be there. Good to see everybody in here. We are almost at the end. We had Pause Philly. What's going on, man? You were in, you were out. You were in, you were out. Hey, Ray. Good to see you. Hello to you, Ray. We're almost at the end of the show. I started the show like a minute early, but I have to go by the clock that's here. Remember, I got to cut it at 1:59:59. I said the show I had. If you have yet to see the show that I had on Tuesday with Van McElroy, please watch it. Please watch it. right up on. It's literally the first thing you see on my YouTube channel. LA to Sacramento is like a 5-hour drive. Well, yeah, Ed Winchell is not driving me from because I'm going either north or I'm going south. So what I'm going to do is I will see, and hopefully Kojo will get with me on here. I'm going to get the latest flight. I'm going to get the latest flight I can out of California. I'm going to book that. I might be able to change the flight later on, but I got to book it this weekend. And I'll book it literally. I'll book it on Saturday, but I can always change it. I'm hoping that I can hang out with my boy Ed Winchell. I'm hoping I can hang out with my boy Ed Winchell for a couple days. It might not happen, but I also did the math. I will have enough vacation time at my job to get me through at least half the season of games, maybe more if I miss a game or two. But as it is right now, I'm not going to the first game in Denver. I'm not going to the LA game. So those are time, that I don't have to worry about travel back. I am going to Buffalo, and I got to check. Did I get my Buffalo flight? I think I got my Buffalo flight. But we'll see. But I got to conserve hours for this season. Jimmy Furpo's up north too. Jack, I will if I get there. If I get there, and I'm there for a couple of days, we'll all go out for dinner. Be me, you, Ed Winchell, Kojo. We'll go out and do dinner. I like a good steak dinner. Oh, Ed might make it. Okay, cool. Thanks, Ed. We'll see. But I'll be in Madeira on the 22nd of July, and then I will make my plans. I'm either gonna. Well, it looks right now. I'm either going home with Kojo or Ed Winchell that day on Sunday. So I'll make flight arrangements out of Sacramento, one way or the other. And Ed, it'll be good to see you. Jerry Lopez, good to see you, sir. Glad you came in, Jerry Lopez of the South Florida Raider Booster Club, a founding member. My boy, Jerry Lopez, my boy. Good to see you. It's been a while, man. I hope your health. I hope you're in good health, Jerry. You see, I'm still fat, but other than that, I'm okay. Went to a San Francisco Giants game last year. Took 3 hours with the NorCal traffic. Wow. And Mike Arline, yeah, he's coming down. You'll be out there in Miami there, Jerry, one of my members here. Like I said, Mike Arline, I will see if I can find a place for us to watch the Denver Raiders at Denver game the very first week of the season. There's Clayton, who's also a Broncos fan. Good to see you. Smash the like button, share. Thank you there, Clayton. Clayton, another Bronco fan. Because Richie Riche was in here. Hopefully Richie Riche can put that video that we had from Wild Wild West over to my Roku channel tomorrow. Closest to the side. Okay, cool. Thank you. I got places to stay. Wow, 15 hours today? Hey, I'm tired. So I tried going, I tried taking a nap and I maybe had, I maybe had like 5 minutes, maybe 15 minutes of sleep before the show. I haven't even had a chance to play my drums yet. Other than the picture you saw of me, I haven't had a chance to play my drum. Air is pretty bad. Wow. Hey, you getting all that Canadian crap too, Clayton? Blame Canada, F Canada. Yeah, we a good seeing you as well, Clayton. Hopefully we'll see you this year. F Canada. But again, I will say this again. Hopefully, Richie Riche will put on the show from yesterday, the Wild Wild West show. Hopefully that'll be on Roku, on my Roku channel. Actually, not. It's not my Roku channel. It's Northeast Streaming Sports Programming channel on Friday. Hopefully that'll be on Friday. Um, I had things to do and I wasn't feeling well, and I'm still tired. And I'm gonna say this as well. Until I find a job that keeps me excited, I feel older than my age. I feel older than my age. I'm 58 and a quarter. Well, 58. Yeah, I'm 58 and a quarter, but I feel older than that. I'm tired, mentally and physically. I need a rejuvenation. I need a recharge. And Jimmy Firpo cut his beard off. Wow. Clayton, what's my plans for the fourth? Relaxing. Oh, something that is not normal as well is that the lady pirate is going to be on the barbecue. Normally, we wait until her son comes over and he barbecues, but the lady pirate's going to be on the barbecue. We're going to have hot dogs and hamburgers and chicken and steak. One steak. So that's what I'm doing on the fourth. I don't even know if we can find some fireworks. Great. If not, I'll do what we did last year. We turned on the TV. We saw the fireworks in New York. I know it's not the same. I know, but in Florida, it's usually overcast on the fourth. It's so overcast that you normally can't see them anyway. I mean, I think the last how many years? Consecutive. July 4th is rainy in Orlando and Tampa. It's rainy. You go to see a fireworks display. They go up in the air and you can't see them because there's clouds. They bomb above the clouds. You can't see them anyway. So we'll probably watch the fireworks show from New York after some good food. Yeah, there you go, Ed. Hating your job. I didn't say that. And Dark, if you're going to say that, I got better. The only job that keep me excited would be the president and owner of Playboy. No, you're old. No. The only job that keep me excited would be the president and owner of a porn channel. A porn channel. I was going to go one better. I said Playboy, no. Hustler, maybe. Or Bob Guccione of Penthouse, right? Yeah. Hustler. What was his name? Larry Flint? It's even beyond Larry Flint. The owner of a porn mega channel. Yes, sir. Because then I'm going to get laid because I'm the owner. I'm just saying. I know that's sexist as hell. I'm sorry. I tell you what, in Kenna, Ed, when I get to Sacramento, I will get to Sacramento. Whether I can stay or not, this time remains to be seen. But I will get to Sacramento. I promise. We'll go out for dinner. No, no, no. I don't do. No, I'm not gonna. I don't do my own fireworks. July 1st, it'll be 112. Oh my god. But yeah, what was I saying? Playboy? No. Playboy is so 70s. Penthouse is so early 80s. Hustler is so late 80s. Now, president and owner of a mega porn channel. Right, Dark? That'd get me going every day. Just saying. Okay, folks. Well, we're at the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed it. We had Jack Henna on. We were talking about a bunch of other things. If you are watching this on replay, and you will be in a minute when it's no longer live. By the way, thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, share, 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 like, share it out. Thanks, Clayton. I know I'm not as entertained. I mean, we had Jack. Sorry, excuse me. We had Jack Henna on for a while. This is like it's a talk show that talks sports too, and movies, and sex, and other things. Raiders! Jimmy Furpo, good to see you, brother. We'll be back Sunday. Remember, Sunday I will be having a show next Sunday. Not this upcoming Sunday, but the following Sunday, July 9th, I will not have a live show because I will be at a Foreigner concert. Free tickets, can't beat it. I will be at a Foreigner concert. Yeah, I do. We talk about whatever. Two things. We don't talk about politics. We don't talk religion. Pretty much everything else is okay. No politics, no religion. Because that's a losing combination. You're going to lose half your audience. You're going to piss off somebody. And congratulate Jimmy Furpo on his new face. His new face. All right, folks. Sunday. See you Sunday. You don't know. No, ask Captain Jack. This is, you don't know Jack Duffwood. See you Sunday. Ask Captain Jack. So this Sunday. The following Sunday, it'll be a repeat. Hopefully, it'll be the Van McElroy interview if I can figure out how to do it. But take care of yourselves. Take care. Have fun. We'll see you Sunday. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe for the 4th of July holidays. Don't blow any fingers off like Jason Pierre-Paul. Tell you what was saying about JPP. Don't do your own fireworks. Go find them or watch them on TV. Seriously. Find somebody that knows how to shoot them. Don't shoot them yourself. You'll thank me. You'll thank me. And by the way, if you do your own fireworks, don't freaking drink. Be sober. That helps a lot. Take care of everybody. We'll see you. We'll see you Sunday. We'll see you up next time. Thanks again. We'll see you.